One. What's going on, y'all? Gonzo's Convos, season 6, on to another episode. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
Hi guys, my name is Imani, and I'm from Michigan.
Michigan. How's life in Michigan?
Life in Michigan is okay. Trying
It's
to
all
stay
right.
out the yeah. Hi.
She's here too.
Hello. Hi.
Yeah. Hell yeah, we in. All right, Imani, go ahead and continue. So what is it that you do?
Um, I play basketball. So I'm kind of like the athlete. I go to Madonna. Well, I will be going to Madonna this upcoming year. Um, right now, I just try to work and stay out the way.
I think I lost connection. What's going on? I'm sorry, can you repeat that? I think I lost connection.
Okay.
Yeah, there we go. And it started glitching a little bit. Shit. Can you see her? I can't see her.
I can't see her either.
Mm-mm-mm. Oh,
There we go.
no, there we go. Okay. I'm
Can you
sorry,
hear
my
me?
fault. What was it that you were saying?
I said I play basketball for when I'll be going to Madonna this upcoming fall. So
Okay.
that's
Oh yeah.
about it. Yeah.
Hell yeah. So what are your goals with basketball? Like to make it all the way to the WNBA, like on some
Yeah.
angel and stuff? Hell yeah. I
Yeah.
fuck.
Some injury stuff. Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie, she's wild out there. I fuck with it though. I fuck with it. And then you go ahead and introduce yourself too.
Okay, so my name's Ximena. I do a little bit of everything. Everything from modeling down to nutrition. I am a gym fanatic, gym rat, if I could say that. So that's what I enjoy doing.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So just a heads up, this podcast, I'm under the explicit category on YouTube and all the rest of the streaming things. So y'all can do and say whatever y'all want. You
Okay.
know what I'm saying?
Okay.
If y'all, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. But that's cool. Samana, so how long have you been modeling for?
I've been modeling since I was 12, so probably right around 8 to 9 years now.
8 to 9 years. Damn. So you started like when you was a little one, pretty much.
Little, yes,
Hell
pretty
yeah. So
much.
how's that journey been for you?
Um, I mean, here and there, it's definitely nothing I've ever wanted to take on as a career, but definitely a huge hobby of mine. I mostly like photo shoot.
Mhm.
Fashion shows aren't really my thing. Runway is probably not for short people, so definitely not for me, but we're working
I've
our
always
way up.
I've always wondered how that worked, like becoming a model as a female. Like, do you really have to be like up there in height, or do they really not care for
Yes.
that? Oh, damn.
So definitely not here in New Mexico because there's not a lot of tall people, clearly.
Right, right.
But they're not too picky here. But elsewhere, yeah, it's definitely a requirement. It's definitely one of the biggest things. So that's been
Yeah.
a bump in the road, but definitely not my career of choice. So we
Not
get
gonna
through
lie.
it.
I always thought that was kind of dumb. Like, I don't think height should be like a big thing. And
Definitely.
we're gonna
No,
get into that in this generate, like when we talk about this generation too, just a
no,
little bit.
100%. But I feel like it's definitely a huge difference. Like I can see why. Just you don't see the difference till you see a tall girl on the runway. Then you're like, okay, I get it. I definitely get it.
Yeah, you might be right. You might be right. But all right. So going in and with the topic at hand, first off, what do you guys think of this generation that we're living in right now? Monty's making a face. We're gonna go ahead and start with you. What you think of this
um,
generation?
this generation, I feel like it's kind of going downhill.
Kinda or a
Um,
lot?
yeah, a lot.
A
A
lot.
lot.
Go ahead. Explain why. Why you think that?
Um, I feel like I wouldn't say like people younger than me probably they don't really have role models or they're looking up to the wrong people and not like they're like all dropping out of school, all doing drugs, drinking.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's just
I
corruption.
I see what you mean. I would say
Yeah.
like yeah, I feel like it kind of started with either those that were like a little bit older than me. I'm 22 years old, so those that were probably a little older than me to my age and to a little bit younger than me, kind of all in just one big generation, and that's what that is. And now we have this younger generation, that are like making up words and shit. I don't know if y'all heard of that stuff. Have y'all heard of any of those words like skibbity and shit? Like what the hell does that mean?
I have no idea.
Skippity. Yeah,
Yeah,
I
Heard
heard that.
that.
look that up. Look that shit up.
Have
Whenever
you
y'all
ever
get
had
a chance.
Skippity.
Yeah,
skibbity?
like if you want to say like you're I don't know like you're pretty much like if you want to call someone shit, you're gonna be like you're skibbity toilet or some shit, and it's like what the fuck. My
Where are
siblings
you
like
from?
I'm on the East Coast right now. I'm from
Hmm.
all over, but my siblings are the ones saying this stuff and like learning all this stuff. Like it's their generation that are coming up with these words. You know what I'm saying. And then like if you say I'm Sigma, that means like you're like you're that dude, like you're that dude or you're that girl, whatever type deal. It just doesn't make sense to me. It don't. You guys make
No.
faces. It don't make sense to me either. I'm not with it. But I feel like that's kind of what it's going down to is like generations are starting to make up their own fucking languages now, and it's kind of getting weird. You know what I mean?
I feel like it changes a lot throughout time. I feel like that's what people were saying about our slang for a while there. So I
Hmm.
feel like it's very subjective for sure, but I feel like they just play on words differently than we did. Like at least in our generation, I feel like we made it make sense with the situation, and
Yeah,
now it's just like the most random words I've ever heard in my entire life, or they're not even words. I'm like, where are we going with this?
that's what I'm saying. Like we definitely made it make sense, and it made sense. Like trifling, everybody knew what the fuck trifling was. Everybody
Yeah,
knows what the fuck bet means. You know, like all those words, we all made it make sense. I see what you're saying. But these new words, I don't know what the hell is gonna
I
happen to that.
make sense of them, and I can't keep up. There's so many. Like with TikTok now, there's like words every day. There's
Mm,
new everything every day. So I'm just
that's a
can't
good
keep
one.
up.
How do y'all feel about TikTok right now? Just right now, how do y'all feel about it?
You can
It's
go.
I feel like it gets so hateful in there. Like people are so toxic, and they're sharing some like
Yeah.
crazy stuff that's like influencing a lot of like the younger generation, which I feel is very sad. But on another hand, like we're getting another level of connection with the world that we didn't have before. So maybe we're just now seeing it, like it was happening behind closed doors, but now it's just out there.
Yeah.
Mm, true, true, true. Imani, what about you? What do you think? TikTok your thing?
Um, I spend a lot of time on TikTok, but I feel like I don't know. People are getting a little bit too comfortable on the app now.
Especially because it still might go away. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's like the big fear, and yet people are still like kind of reliant on it. So my thing is, right? Let's say TikTok goes away like next week or some shit. What are these TikTok influencers? What are they gonna do after this shit goes away? What do y'all think?
Hop on to the next Instagram, YouTube, whatever they can find. Create a new app that does the exact same thing.
But right. Which that will come later on. But I'm saying like, let's say it just happened, right? And they haven't really been focused on anything else but TikTok because that's where they're mainly doing their shit at. It's gonna take a little bit for them to get to where they are if they're just hopping over to Instagram or whatever the hell. You know what I'm
That's
saying? So they're gonna have to wait for that next app to come out, which can take what a couple months, maybe even
yeah.
longer. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
It's a
not
little
just that, but like the algorithm may not be the same. They may not know how to work it as well as they know how to work TikTok. So it might, I don't
yeah,
know. That could be a lot of people's downfall on social media for sure.
right. But I also, I mean, not to be like, not to sound like a negative motherfucker, but I kind of want to see what happens. I just want to see what happens when, like, if TikTok goes away, I want to see exactly what happens, what people do, what people resort to. I just want to see what happens. Like, it's a good experiment. I feel like,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying?
I
Or
feel
like
like
if they
once you're
just,
stuck on something for so long and then it's finally gone, like you don't
hmm
know how to accept it after a
it's
while.
like turning off like the whole state's going and turning off all of electricity. Can you imagine what people would do if that shit happened? You know what I'm saying? Everybody would go crazy. Everybody would go wild because we're not used to living without that technology, without internet and all that type of shit.
No,
You
for
know?
sure.
So like, what would you do if the internet just shut down for like months? I'm talking about months.
I feel like that's definitely a hard one because, especially with it being like within my line of work, like that's kind of how I work with the people around me. It would really shut down a lot of doors. Definitely have to go back to interacting with people a lot more.
Hmm.
But I don't know. That's kind of a hard question.
I feel like since me and you both use technology for our hobbies and what we do, we're gonna be
Yeah.
struggling a little bit. I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna struggle because I'm gonna be like, fuck, like I
Yeah.
can't do podcasts now. I can't do content. I can't, you know what I'm saying? Imani will just be like, shit, I'll just hit the basketball court. I don't give a fuck.
Really? I don't know. I feel like living without social media wouldn't be that bad.
I wouldn't think so either. But that's not
But I mean,
counting what I do.
without the entire internet, like all together, like that would be a little crazy.
I feel
Like you
like
can't hop on your phone and answer
right, but
questions, like your most random question.
I feel like worldwide though it would make the world better because it will force people to socialize more. Like let me ask y'all this. Socially, how bad is it right now socially? When's the last time you guys went on an actual date or like heard of an actual date, you know, or like someone just coming up to you and being like, "Hey, like let me take you on a date." Stuff like that. When was the last time that's happened?
Well,
Well, I
honestly, I'm
have
from a
a.
small town, so it happens pretty often, at least here. So I really can't complain about that. But
Oh, so you did have someone ask. Okay, cool,
yes,
cool. So,
Y-
so there's some traditional people out there. Cool, I like that. And then Imani,
yeah.
what were you about to say?
I said I have a boyfriend, so like we do a lot of things, so we don't have to just stay in the house.
Okay.
So
So what about before that? Like, we'll start with him and her. Before that, before the dude came up, how long has it been before he like someone's actually?
oh, I don't know.
Like the first interaction being in person, that's a little wild.
It's probably a minute though, right?
Not as often.
Yeah,
Yeah.
You know. And you said the same thing, Imani. It's like it was a little bit before you met your boyfriend, right?
yeah.
See, you see, that's it right there. People are like not really going out of their shell to really go and talk to people out in the real world. You know what I'm saying? Would you say people are like very reliant on the dating apps and like social media and stuff like that for stuff like that?
I said probably 50-50.
Ooh, I've never heard that answer before. 50-50. Okay. What do you say? Same thing? Oh, she froze. Oh, there we go. You're good now. You're good now. Well, yeah. What were you saying? You said 50-50, or you saying what were you saying?
I was saying 50-50 too. But again, like if this is coming from
Yeesh.
a small town perspective, where like if you have a dating app, you're probably going to see like your dad's friends on there. So like that's definitely not something you want to do. Uh,
Weird.
so it's just not, definitely not the vibe down here. But probably
Okay.
elsewhere, I would say definitely when I'm in a big city, I definitely see it a lot more.
Okay. I fuck with that because I'm getting a small town perspective and I'm getting a city perspective. I fuck
Yeah.
with that. I fuck with that heavy. So, yeah, small town you probably do see it more often. City wise, probably not as often. So I'm interested. It's very interesting that you, Imani, you said 50-50. What makes you say 50-50 with that?
Um,
Because you in the city. So,
um, I would say for social media, it could be okay to find somebody, but like you don't know their real intentions through a screen
yeah,
versus being face to face.
right.
So for me, I'll say it'd be better to be like face to face or social than on social media.
Yeah.
That's just my opinion.
True, true, true. So let's say, yeah, okay, let's just say you're single, right? And a dude you don't know just randomly comes up to you and to like, shoot his shot. Would you prefer that in person or would you prefer that over an app or over social media?
Probably in person, so I can see
Person.
who is like, yeah,
I like
kind
that.
of shoot
You,
their
same
shot.
thing.
Yeah.
Same thing, human.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Definitely. That would
So, what,
be.
so why do you guys think like dudes are like real scared to do that though? Because dudes don't really do that very often in this generation. So what makes it to where they're like kind of scared to like approach like that?
I feel like it's just easier to accept rejection when it's coming through a screen than like in person. Like then you have that awkward like interaction after, so people like to avoid that. I feel like.
Yeah.
You agree with that too?
Yeah.
True, true, true. I don't know. I feel like that might be that. I feel like that's true, but I do feel like people just need to step out of that comfort zone. That's what people need to do. Is
Uh-huh.
just step out that comfort zone and just go for it. Even if she's taken, like who cares? At least you went for it. You know what I'm saying? You learn from it. You know what I'm saying?
And that's why I feel
So,
like girls prefer when they come up to you because you don't see it a lot. Like that's definitely like a
yeah,
big, I guess in a way it would be like you're actually putting some effort into this.
yeah. I would say most females I've conversate with have all said like they prefer the in person stuff. But I've also seen like where dudes would walk up and go approach, like they'd feel ballsy to do it. And then the girl would be like, fuck no, like you're not that guy, like you're not tall enough, or you're not the right zodiac sign, or like some weird shit like that. You know what I mean? That's
Well,
how do y'all
zodiac
explain
sign
that?
is pretty. You never know.
I'm saying like how do y'all explain that though? Like with the whole height deal, the zodiac sign, the all that.
It depends.
I can tell you, I got.
Depends. With the
I'm
height,
like I don't.
it depends with the height or with the zodiac sign.
You know what? I feel like for me it's
Personally,
You says
personally, I don't date like somebody shorter than me.
how tall are you?
5'7".
5'7". So if they were like 5'6 3/4, that's like a no.
Yeah.
But
If I
that's like
can look down at you, no.
I don't know if you look 5'6 3/4, you're like probably like that much taller. Like you know what I'm saying? Like I don't think you're looking down
Just sit back
necessarily.
and right now. I got that one little quarter of an inch.
So how much? Okay, so for your perspective, your personal thing, like how tall would they have to be to like grab your attention?
Probably like it doesn't have to be like that tall, that much taller than me, but probably like 5'10", 5'11".
Okay, that's not like crazy. At least you're not saying like 6'5" or like some crazy NBA height
Yeah,
type
as long
shit.
as like if we can stand next to each other and you're just like a little bit taller than me, yeah.
Okay. But you, I can also understand because you're very tall for a female. I'm not gonna lie, 5'7" is pretty tall for a woman.
That's like average.
If that's average, then damn.
I feel really sure. I feel very under average right now. Like you're, yeah, no.
You're
I
right.
feel yeah,
Like, I mean, let's talk about culture wise. Like, I feel like me, I'm a
yeah.
Chicano, right? So in my culture, we're not very tall people. So average for us is probably like 5'7", 5'6" for a man, and then for a woman, it's like 5'1", 5'2", give or take. So,
Exactly.
like, Ximena, how tall are you?
I am 5'2", so
See,
very. I can second the Mexican thing. Like we are very short people.
we are. I have yet to see a Mexican that's like over 6 foot. There's probably out there, but I have yet to see one. You know what I'm saying? So, like with you,
Probably
right?
mixed. I've never met, like a Mexican that's like tall.
Right, like they gotta be mixed with
That's
something. Yeah. So,
yeah.
like with you with the height thing, do they gotta be? I mean, obviously they gotta be taller than you too, but like, what's the height that you would mainly look for as well?
I mean, I'm not that tall, so I definitely don't have like a 6 foot preference like most people do. But
Yeah.
I would say a solid like at least 5'5". Like that would be good for me. I'm like that's like a solid 3 inches taller than me. I could live with that.
Right. So if you're looking at like a dude that's somewhat like me, for instance, then that's acceptable. Then okay, cool.
Yeah.
It's so crazy to see like the culture difference. You know what I'm saying? It's
Yeah.
crazy. I love it though because it's like it gives me a different perspective and stuff like that. But I will say like it seems like the trends, especially on social media, are homie
Six
gotta
foot.
be 6 foot and taller. Homie gotta be the right zodiac sign. And sometimes I'll see they gotta make over six figures, and I feel like that one they're throwing shit in there. Like they're just throwing shit out there. You know what I mean?
Yeah, there's so many standards I feel like nowadays.
Well, those
Like
three are like unrealistic standards.
requirements.
Do you guys think those
Yeah.
are
They
unrealistic
definitely
standards?
are.
You think definitely. Imani, what about you?
Yeah. I feel like
This
it's social media that's making the standard stuff.
Yeah.
definitely. It's social media. It's the music too. Don't 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 skip
Yeah.
over the music. It's definitely the music too. You know what I'm saying? I like Lotto a lot. You know what I'm saying? I like Lotto. She's probably my favorite female rapper. But I definitely feel like she's gonna be like six figures because she makes six figures. So I feel like it's whatever the female makes, she wants to do to make more than her, no matter how much they're making. Like, let's say, for instance, Jimena, you're making $1 trillion. You're probably gonna want a dude, if you're in this generation and you believe that shit, you're gonna want a man that's gonna make double that.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? And that's a
Yeah.
little crazy because you're not always gonna get that. Like, we gotta come to acceptance that sometimes we're gonna meet women that make more money, and that's fine. That's cool.
Especially nowadays, because it's very. I feel like it's very normal now for a woman to
Yeah,
make.
yeah. And my thing is, just because the female makes more money doesn't mean the dude is it's impossible for the dude to pay for dates and stuff like that. Like, he can still pay for the dates and stuff like that. It just so happens that the woman makes more money, which for me, that ain't an issue. I don't really care about that type of stuff. You know what I mean? But then again, I don't really care about the height stuff either. I've dated females that were taller. I've dated females that were shorter, same height. You know, for me, as long as they had a cool vibe and they were chilling, then we was good, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? I didn't really look at zodiac signs like that either. You know?
Yeah, I definitely don't think that should play a part in it at all.
No, you're
But
not. You're not with the zodiac
especially
signs
then,
either.
like you were just born on a month, like in a certain month, so now all of a sudden you're like characterized with all these people. That's a little wild to me.
Wait, you said what? Oh yeah, for the zodiac signs. Yeah.
Yeah, like you just don't. I mean, that's something you don't get to choose, really. So I'm like,
But
I don't
hey, I
know
mean, some people believe in that stuff wholeheartedly. I'm not knocking them. You know, everyone has their own beliefs, to each their own. You know what I'm saying?
for sure.
But Imani, what about you? How do you feel about zodiac signs? No judgment, I promise. No judgment.
Um,
There's no judgment.
I believe in zodiac signs.
That's fine. That's fine.
Um,
No, I'm not gonna sit there and laugh at you like most people would, or like
yeah.
some people would. I'm not gonna do that. But I just want to understand it more, like exactly like what makes you believe that a certain set from a zodiac sign would act just like another person from that same zodiac sign.
Well, speaking from experience,
Okay.
I used to date a Sagittarius, and like it
Okay.
was bad, 0 out of 10. Wouldn't recommend. And then I met another one, and they just like act the same exact way. So I was like, is
Really?
it the
So like
zodiac
they,
sign or is it just a coincidence? I don't know.
me personally, I would say coincidence. I don't know, but did both of them fuck up with you in the same way?
Yes.
So if you, I mean, if you can explain, like, how did they both fuck up in the same way? Because I don't really know zodiac signs like that. I don't know the traits and all that type of stuff.
Like the first one cheated on me. The
Okay.
second one, I wouldn't say I dated him. Like we were in a relationship, but we were
Yeah.
talking, and I would say we were on like a serious talking stage. But he started talking to somebody else too.
Huh.
So
Okay. So that's interesting though, because I've heard like other zodiac signs that cheat. Like I've heard like Leo dudes cheat and like Gemini dudes
oh,
definitely cheat. So it's like
definitely.
which ones don't cheat, you know? Like, so which male zodiac signs wouldn't cheat, do you think?
Um, Probably a Taurus.
A Taurus?
Yeah.
But
Or if
Just
not a Taurus,
cheated.
probably a Libra. 'Cause I feel like Libras are like just so shy into themselves.
yeah,
Like
yeah.
that could be a red flag. You shy into yourself. You never know.
Could be. So you say Taurus and Libra, and then Jimena was like, I dated a Taurus and he cheated.
Oh, you did?
Damn. So every
Yeah, so they cheat for sure.
Okay.
damn.
Well,
What about Aquarius men? What are the thoughts and what are the thoughts about them? I'm just curious.
I don't really know an Aquarius man. I don't think.
Nice to meet you.
I
Oh,
think they're great.
well,
Honestly, I've met a few, and I think I'm an Aquarius,
Nah,
so I
stop
feel
it.
like
Y'all can give me
Aquarius
the
do things
real
for
answer.
me.
You don't have to be nice. Y'all can give me the real answer. Like Aquarius dude.
yeah.
I heard toxic shit about it too.
Wait, when is Aquarius? Like the
That's like
Yeah.
I'm January 20th, so I think it's January
end
20th
of
and
January, beginning
to
of February.
February 1st. Yeah.
We have the same birthday. That's so funny.
You're January 20th?
Yeah.
Hey, we
Oh,
gotta celebrate when that shit comes up. Most definitely. I
I'm
turned up for
saying,
my birthdays, you know. But yeah, this January
yeah.
20th to February 1st. So that apparently I heard a difference that there's a difference between January Aquariuses and February Aquariuses. So already I don't know zodiac signs, and now they're throwing in different months in this motherfucker. I'm like, what the fuck? This is too much to keep up with.
Yeah. I feel like the worst zodiac sign to date is either Pisces or Sad
They say Pisces are real sensitive. Is that true?
and crazy.
Huh?
Crazy.
Crazy?
Delusional. It's like it's not all there. It's not.
Damn, I want to hear. I want to hear the experience with a Pisces dude. I want to hear this. You don't have to throw names, obviously, but I want to hear the experience. What was this like?
Um, maybe it was me. I just thought some would say in love, some would say like dick whipped, but it was just all bad.
Damn.
And like I was at a dark space at that time in my life, so like that didn't make it better.
Yeah,
So yeah.
I feel you. I feel you. I don't know. So I mean, I feel like if you was in a bad moment, which we all have those moments, of course, but I feel like since you had that moment with the while you were with or talking to a Pisces, would you ever give that another chance with a Pisces, or would you still be like, fuck no? Damn.
Fuck
From, from we done something fucked up. Jimena, what about you? Let's hear your top three worst zodiac signs to date.
Oh man. I'm not huge into zodiac signs, but I'm gonna just go with the one that did me the dirtiest. So if we go in that order, we'd go Leo,
Hmm.
Taurus. Mm, ah, that's a hard one. I feel like definitely Sagittarius next. Like Sags, they're a little something.
What the hell? Someone joined and then they left. It's one of the guests, but all right. Hopefully they join back. But anyway, so you said Sag and Taurus, Sagittarius and Taurus. So I'm not hearing a lot of
Leo's at the
aggressive,
top.
which is very interesting.
Leos are a lot.
Yeah, I heard Leos are like aggressive, like those, like
I
aggressive.
think they're
Girls
like
and
they're
boys.
just cocky.
Yeah,
Yes.
I've met some females that happen to be Leos, and I don't know. They seem like they were cool for me, but like I've heard stories that they would like turn up on a dude like they had to, like they would really go and like throw some hands at somebody. So I was like, okay, cool. I didn't tie it to a zodiac sign. No, I was just like, oh, that's just their personality. Like that's
They're
probably
yeah.
how they grew up or whatever, you know. But yeah, truthfully, I don't have a zodiac sign that I hate. I don't even ask. I'm usually the person that gets asked what my zodiac sign is, and then I get nervous to tell them because I'm like, fuck, like this can either. I feel like it's one of those moments where it's like this can either continue the conversation or this could go south real fucking quick. You know what I'm saying? Just because of how strongly people believe that stuff. And I just gotta play along with it, because I don't want to. I'm not judgmental or nothing like that. Everyone, like I said, everyone has their own beliefs and stuff. But at the same time, I don't want to get judged for a time and day I was born. If that makes sense.
Exactly. No, yeah.
So that's just my own views on that. But going back to the whole generation thing with the relationships, though, do you feel like there's potential for it to become better, to where there might be more relationships developing out there, or do you feel like it's gonna still go downhill?
I feel like it can get better if we want it to get better. Like it has to come from us.
Okay. But it can't just be like onesies, twosies. Like it's got to be a whole society, maybe even more than that, to really start some shit. No, explain. You did that phase. Explain. Explain.
If
Explain.
I feel like if people see like one couple make it far, I feel like that'll inspire multiple couples to start trying to make it together.
Okay. Okay. True. But there are couples out there that are making it, that are doing it, for sure. but I feel like they're kind of getting ignored though. Like they're just kind of like, oh, that's cool. I'm happy for them. What about me though? It's kind of like
Right.
that type of thing. And then that's when people start to focus on finding the right person or finding a date or whatever. And then that's when it goes south. You know what I'm saying?
I
Like,
feel
have
like people in our generation aren't really looking for relationships, anyways, right now.
no. What do you think they're
Yeah.
looking for? I'll let you answer. What do you think they're looking for?
What's in between your legs or money? That's it.
That's what I feel like money is like the big thing.
Yeah.
But I feel like money's always low key been a big thing since like way back in the day.
Yeah.
Like even if it wasn't as often, it was still a thing. Like you'd still run into like people that were like, "Oh, you gotta have money though."
Hmm.
So like, where do you guys think that kind of plays in? Like, why is money so important to have a date?
Uh,
Yeah, Jimena, we'll start with you.
yeah.
Well, I feel like it's important in a certain way. Like if you're hustling, like if you're genuinely putting like time into getting out of your situation or whatever it is that you're struggling with, like I feel like that's respected for sure. I wouldn't judge you in that situation. But if you're intentionally like causing yourself to not have money, like if you're doing it to yourself, I feel like that's a no for me. Like just as a person who wants to live a more comfortable life, I definitely, that's not something that I would be interested in a partner like with.
True, true, true. So to put this just a little scenario, let's say you meet an attractive guy, but you find out like he's attractive, like very attracted to you, but you find out that he doesn't have the best job and he doesn't have a lot of money. Would you still give that a shot? Like, would you still give that a chance, despite
Oh,
him not having?
definitely, 100%. I don't judge. I feel like everyone starts somewhere, and if whether that's me that helps him direct his way and do something a little bit better, get a better job, do something better, I could definitely respect it. But if someone actively like trying not to get out of this situation, I don't
Yeah,
work with.
I like that. I like that answer. Imani, how about you?
I would say kind of the same answer. I feel like it would be better. Well, I would date someone who was like didn't have a lot of money or didn't come from a lot, just so we could build together.
Okay.
But like when it comes to building together, some people when they make it, they forget about the person who stayed down with them.
Right, right,
So
right.
it's like,
I like that though. I like that though. I feel like a lot of people need to think the same way for sure. Fortunately, that's not the case. Like, I feel like you're gonna run into people that are like, nah, if they don't have money, then that's a no, 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 no. Like, I don't know if you guys remember or if you guys still have Snapchat or anything, but that shit turned very sexualized in terms of money and stuff too. Like, I've known a lot of people that I was cool with, that I even went to school with, that are now turning to making money off Snapchat by doing sexual stuff. And that's like a now big thing considered porn. Like porn is like a big fucking thing nowadays. And females just going in there and making money, dudes sometimes too. And it's crazy to really think about that. Like how much porn is really rose up there just because of technology. You know what I mean? Do you think that's a good thing or do you think that's a bad thing? Like people need to get away from that type of shit. I'm honest answers though. I want the honest answer.
um,
Because some people are like, they about to hustle, cool. And I'm like that
yeah,
too. They making money, cool. But what do y'all think society wise?
I feel like uh, the more people see it, it's the more people want to do it. Even though like it's a good way of making money, probably,
Yeah,
but I don't know. There's so many ways to make money nowadays.
definitely. Would you agree that it's easier for everything good? I know I just like randomly backed
Yeah.
out.
No, I got
Did you hear?
connected. I don't know what's happening.
No, no, you're good. I don't know if you heard what Imani was saying. Did you hear what she was saying?
No, I didn't.
All right, my fault. Can you go ahead and repeat what you were saying?
I forgot.
I was damn. I forgot the
What
question.
was the question?
Yeah, I forgot the question. I even. Okay. So. Oh
Oh,
yeah. Yeah.
oh, I
So
feel like uh the more people who actually start to do it, it'll make it more popular in a way to make more people
Yeah,
want to do it. But if that's how people want to make their money, that's how people want to make their money. But there's like 100 different ways to make money nowadays.
yeah,
So
yeah. I would say definitely, especially with technology, yeah. But would you guys say it's easier for women to really make money? Like it's easier for women to make money more than men right now?
In that industry or like in general?
I would say in general, based off of technology, just based off of technology, social media, all that stuff. Like, would you say it's easier?
I feel like definitely, yeah. I mean,
Definitely.
guys are more active and like actually like whether it comes to like donations on TikTok that I see or buying into an OnlyFans, like guys are more willing to do that than girls are. So I feel like that's the
Yeah,
connection there for sure.
that's definitely true.
Yeah.
And then, Imani, what about you? You say the same thing.
I say the same. Yeah.
Say the same. So my thing is like, do you guys think that's a good thing though? Because me personally, I feel like dudes, uh, even though the woman's making money, good on her. I'm not gonna stop her hustle, but I will say this: I feel like in the male community, they kind of need to stop doing that and try to find their own hustle as well. Like that's cool, you like what you like, but I feel like if you're just, I'm gonna use the word simping and throwing money at whoever and for whatever, but you're not on your hustle, that kind of means that you're losing right now. Like you're kind of losing in yourself right now. Doesn't that make sense? So wouldn't y'all agree that males kind of need to find that hustle as well too?
Yeah.
For sure.
The
I feel
thing
like
is, oh no, go ahead.
no, I feel like there's so many distractions nowadays, especially with that. Like guys are so like caught up in the I'm gonna go to my 9 to 5, go spend all my money on like this girl on TikTok and like do all this and then go back to my real life and do it all over again. You know what I mean? So I
Yeah,
definitely see a lot of people get caught up in that cycle.
right.
So
I
definitely
can't help
not.
but I can't help but realize like or think that it's because of how relationships are though. Like people cheating on each other and playing each other. I feel like that's also why males kind of go to that as a last resort thing. You know what I'm saying? Just because like, okay, well, this one's not gonna play with me or whatever. I'm throwing her money, so it's like, and it's kind of a weird way to think about it, but I feel like relationships kind of play a big part with that, or like their past experiences with relationships. You know?
Definitely.
Yeah.
I feel like
So
I don't know. Relationships are so weird nowadays. I feel like I haven't seen a very good like I don't know. I guess like setup for that in a really long time. Like
yeah, I
no,
just and y'all can tell me if you agree with me with this or not, but I feel like just everybody, not just females, not just males, everybody needs to just focus on their own shit and just let everything else fall into place because eventually you're gonna end up having to socialize in person. You're gonna have to end up doing it when you're not expecting it. So I feel like once they focus on their own shit, everything's gonna fall into place. Like
exactly.
Imani focusing on basketball. When you met your boyfriend, did it happen when you expected it to happen, or did it just happen out of nowhere?
I expected it to happen.
Hmm. Okay.
Yeah.
Talk about it. Talk about it. That's interesting. Talk about it.
Like I was saying, with the zodiac signs, when I was in that dark place, I had met my boyfriend. Well, I didn't meet him, but I started back talking to him because we were previously talking probably like 2 years, 3 years before that.
Yeah.
But I felt like when he just came back into my life, it was sunshine and happiness all over again.
Oh,
So
okay.
yeah,
So like the first time y'all talked, it was like, but then after you guys talked again after a long break, you guys are back with it and cool
yeah,
now.
I feel like we're
Okay.
happier now.
Okay. That's interesting. I haven't heard many stories like that where like they go back to an ex or like someone they were talking to and having that work out. So that's cool. That's actually cool that happened. That's not very common. So that's cool.
People say it was the right person, but at the wrong time. I would say that describes
Yeah,
it perfectly well.
I believe that is true. Like there's wrong times and wrong persons. There's all kinds of wrong shit. Like it's all I don't know how to the word it the correct way. Not especially not in English, but You know what I'm talking about. Like it's
Yeah.
all yeah. But he meant it. What about you? Like when you I even forgot my damn question. When dudes talk to you, right? Did
Mhm.
you kind of expect those to happen, or did you just kind of like, oh, like that was unexpected, but that's cool that happened?
Well, I feel like so like I guess in my work, like in my line of job, I talk to people all day. So I'm very like used to like just random interactions throughout the day with new people.
Hmm.
So I definitely like my first step is not like, oh, like he's trying to get at me. Like that's never
Yeah,
my first impression. I'm always like, oh, they're into something else. Like we're talking about other things, like whether it's work, whatever it is, the gym.
yeah.
Um, but definitely moving into, I guess, the more hitting on me type of deal. Uh, uh I feel like it's just a weird situation. I feel like
So just
the
random but weird.
yeah, definitely. I feel like the way people approach you nowadays, it's not very like I guess how I'm used to.
Yeah.
Because I was used to like I don't know like you formally come up to someone, you're like, hey, I'd love to take you out, that type of deal. But now it's more like I don't know, like more informal, like super like casual, like I don't know. That's what I've gotten lately. So
Yeah, I have an idea what you're talking about because my mom was from Albuquerque, New Mexico, so I know exactly how
there you
New
go.
Mexico
See, yeah,
rolls for sure, especially Albuquerque, especially Butte. But um, what was I gonna say? My thing is when you say weird, though, how was it weird and how they approached you? Like if you can give an example, just for the
like
people like to
yeah,
hear.
yeah, yeah. I feel like it's just like uncomfortable, like just like the way that they say it, or like the way that they're like, I guess, talking about hitting on you. So it's
Yeah.
very much like like a lot of comments about um like your body more like I feel like at least me in general like a lot of like oh hey like you have a really nice figure like this is what I'm interested like you're telling me what you're interested off the bat and I'm just like okay like that's
Yeah,
not really
I know what you
yeah
mean. And half the time they're not talking about well, they're talking about the figure, but they're not using that word. They're saying like, "Hey, okay, cool."
yeah there you go yeah
Yeah, yeah, they get real vulgar with it for sure.
exactly
But I mean, I feel like when a dude does that, it attracts a certain type of woman. Like it's gonna attract the wrong woman, in my opinion. The one that's gonna be like, okay, I'm down for it, and then she probably likes to also partake in those type of activities as well, and that's cool.
exactly
To each their own. But that's the type that's gonna attract. You know what I'm saying? Like Imani, she doesn't give me
exactly
that. Like Imani, she doesn't give me that impression where like if someone walked up to me and was like, "Hey, your tits or whatever," like she's probably gonna get pissed off, right? Am I right? You know what I'm saying? But let's say there's a woman that's part of that, that likes that activity and likes to be, open to everything. Not gonna mind it. I've seen that happen. They're not gonna mind that at all. So it's just kind of weird, and I feel like that attracts a certain type. And if you want to attract a good girl, you gotta be a gentleman about it. I feel like, and we don't have a lot of gentlemen out here. Just saying.
Yeah. Not at all.
You get it?
through that
You know what I'm saying? What do you think the ratio is, like percentage wise, of like gentlemen versus non-gentlemen is?
80-20.
Damn.
90-10.
We went from
I was
80
gonna say
20
90-10 I was gonna say
90-10,
90-10
yeah.
Damn. So only 10%. You guys think only 10% of men are gentlemen out there?
for
Damn.
sure at least here
Damn.
in New Mexico like I can like yeah
That's true. You're also in New Mexico, and it's different.
exactly
It's just different. What about Michigan? Michigan, is it still like that, or is it like a little
In
bit?
Michigan, I would say 100-0.
Yo,
99-1.
hey, yo.
Like, boys in Michigan are so
Hey, let's
fucking
get an
bad.
example. How? Okay, let's explain. Like, how do guys flirt out there in Michigan? Like, what's the go-to phrase that you hear often?
Damn, shawty, you bad. Or they were like, if they text you, they be like, hey, you got a man?
Just right off the
So,
rip, like not a hey,
yeah.
how's your day going? Like none of that shit. It's just hey, you got a man.
Or they'll send you like, what's your cash app?
Oh, because they're trying to play the money game.
Yeah.
Heard they messed up again. Oh, ooh, she's back. She's back. So they're trying to play the money game. That's crazy. They're trying to catch on to what's going on, though. Like you can't blame them for the Cash App one. I feel like because they're trying to catch on to what's going on now. But fuck, dude, I feel like that's also an insult. Let's say because both of you guys don't give me the impression that you're like, oh, give me money for this. So I feel like wouldn't that be an insult if a dude was like, hey, I'll give you money for some random fucking reason,
Kind of, because you don't even know me, but you're offering me money. Like,
right? And it's kind of
that's
weird,
weird.
right?
Yeah.
Hey, free money, but it's weird. You know what I'm saying? But it's I don't know. Okay, I don't know. But my thing is out here on the East Coast where I live at, it's pretty much the same as Michigan. I will say people are like real quick to say what's up to Shorty, but like they don't really try to get to know them. They just try to get to if you have a man or not, if you're down to do activities, and that's that. And then hey man, I'm gonna let you explain the New Mexico vibe out there.
Oh gosh. Um,
Órale,
I
chula.
feel like
Yeah.
there's so many different types of people here. Like I feel like we get like, and I hate to say it because I love New Mexico, but like we get the rejects from the rest of the United States. Like we get like uh, like lowest like education, lowest everything. So it's like you can't fault that many people for the way they are, but it's also like do better, be
Right.
better
Right. And there's probably a lot of Edgars out there, huh?
for sure. No, yeah, definitely. You,
I don't like
I
it either.
I don't see, and that is a part of the entire like Mexican community that I'm like, what is going on? Like, when did we get
Right.
here? How did we get here to where we thought like this was interesting? But
I don't know how that became a trend. I really don't understand how it did.
me neither.
And you know
I
what's
don't know.
funny is what's funny is for a little bit I even tried rocking it for a little just to see how it would look. And to
Oh
be
no,
honest with you, I was real quick to nah, bro. That shit is no, it's not it. Imani, do you know what an Edgar is?
No.
Oh, this is gonna
good.
be fun to
Keep it
explain.
that way. No, keep it that way.
Oh, you don't
He
want
does
me to
not need to
explain
know.
it? Why not?
Is it
It's
bad? Like,
it's not that it's
It's
bad. It just it's stupid. It's stupid. So basically, have
okay.
you ever seen a Latino or predominantly a Mexican that had like their hair was like here, like their hairline was there, but they had like a lot of hair, and it was kind of like froey, but it was like straight or like kind of wavy-ish, but it was just like a mushroom top.
Uh, Probably. I don't know.
Probably.
Yeah.
Okay,
Most
so
likely.
I feel like
I feel like she has
you,
because the Edgars are kind of taking over right now, and it's kind of crazy, but.
they are. I feel like if you saw like a picture of it, you would definitely understand what we're talking about. They're just
What's funny is I can pull up pictures on here, but I'd have to go on Google to do that shit. Should I do it?
it's up
Yeah.
to you.
Should I do it? All right, one sec, y'all. One sec. One sec. Let me see. Cause this is not it at all. See, save. Okay, so let's see if I can pop this joint up right now. I think it's say the 13th, right? No,
Plus.
12th. Yeah. All right. I'm about to. Oh wow, I failed to upload. Nah, that's crazy. All right, so I'm just gonna explain this. So basically, like I said, an Edgar is like they have really long hair on top. They have a little fade on the side, but it's like a mushroom. Like you know who Toad is from the Mario Bros.
Yeah.
Or like mushroom top. It looks kind of like that, but it's like straight, and they have their hairline done. Like the hairline's like going like this, but it's just a lot of like poofy hair and shit on top. Do
I
you think
think
that?
I've seen it before. Yeah.
Huh? Yeah, you seen
I
that.
think
So what
I've
do you think of that? What do you think of that type of haircut?
uh, I don't know. It's
Do better.
different. You have to say that. It's different.
Definitely
Do
different.
better.
But would you say it's a bad haircut or not?
Uh,
She says yeah. We say yeah, but what do you say?
Yeah, probably. Like, it's like a cultural thing, or is it just like a regular
I
thing?
nah. I don't even want to say a cultural thing. I want to see if I can
It
really
is.
get a picture going though, cause this you
I
gotta
feel like
see
that's the
this
hard
shit.
part. It's like they definitely like incorporated it, like it is a part of the culture, and I'm just like, I don't think it is. I
Or
feel
like,
like
do
it's
a lot of people have it?
yeah, but it's very
Yes.
like trendy. It's very like how do you explain it? Like I guess when the mullets were going around, like not the cute ones, like just like really bad mullets. Like that's kind of what's happening, but like it's a huge trend.
How do you spell it?
Oh, here we go. Yeah, right there.
Oh, that's not that bad.
Ximena, what you think? Is that bad?
It is that bad. It's just you need to see you need to see like the whole like personality they bring on. It's very like
Se quema cut.
exactly like I yeah. Oh gosh.
Yeah. They're like taquache. So basically, to explain to Imani, a taquache is basically like, how can I explain? They like to wear like the American t-shirts, like to wear those type of jeans and these little botas and shit. And they like to drive trucks and their hat with the sunglasses back here. And it's like, it's that, okay, the taquache thing, I could see that being like a cultural regional thing, like maybe like a Texas type shit, right? You're not really going
Yeah.
to see that in Cali or anywhere else. But the Edgar shit is everywhere.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And that's
For
a
sure.
no. No. See, she says it's
Unfortunately.
not that bad. Cool. For us though, I didn't like it on me. You don't like it on dude.
I feel
It's
like
all
it's
a
a little
preference.
Wait,
like
you've had it before?
Yeah, I'm not proud of it. I am not gonna show you a picture either. I mean, you probably see it on my Instagram. Actually, hold on. I'll pull up a pic for you. Cause fuck it, why not? I don't have it now, so it is what it is. I gotta go way the fuck back. Yeah, right here. You know what I'm saying? And then, hold
oh
on, that's not.
god. I know.
It doesn't look that bad. How's
Yeah,
your hair
I
right
see.
now?
See, my problem is when
But okay, let me show you the difference though, right? Let me show you the difference. Because there's that, and then there's that, which
I'll
is
say the first one.
wow, that's crazy. Damn. So you don't like the short hair on top. I don't think you like short hair on top. I think that's what it is.
Yeah.
Nah. So what's your preferred haircut in a dude? From waves to
Like,
buzz, like from buzz cut to waves to a lot of hair on top with the fade, like
probably like dreads.
dreads. You know what's
Yeah.
funny? That's the trendy one right there. Like all the females, like if they're looking for like an African American dude, it's gonna be dreads. Like the waves are out. It seems like is that true? The waves out?
Not really. I
No,
feel like you see like one or two,
I just feel like
but
they
it's
like
really
dreads
like,
more than waves. Like they'd go for the dread head over the wave, the guy with the waves,
yeah. Or if not dreads, probably like a curly fro or something.
curly fro.
Yeah.
So what about for those that can't grow that? Like my hair is wavy, so it's not gonna go like a fro. It's just gonna go wavy and all over the damn place if I grew it out. I got thick Mexican hair. You know what I'm saying? So it's
Yeah. Yeah.
I feel like just clean cut, like as long as it looks clean, as long as it looks like well kept, like you don't really gotta worry about all that. Like as long as you're not looking all crazy, I
yeah.
don't
But
think.
some, I got you. But you prefer like if you were to say a preference, would you say the buzz cut fade, or would you say the definitely not the Edgar, but I don't know, like regular, like a long enough hair on top with a good fade on the side. Like which one we
There you go.
talking?
That's probably my preference. Like long enough hair on top, like a good fade. That's like solid
Damn.
for me.
So none of y'all like the short hair on top.
If you can rock it, it's because there's a very small percentage of people that can rock that, and you like this big.
Very, very small.
So
Then where do I fall at? Y'all saw me. Where do I fall at?
What do you mean? Like hairstyle?
Because you guys said a very small percentage could pull off that haircut.
yeah,
Take your hat off.
Not right now. I have head. You know what I'm saying I got head. But like I said, I got the pictures. I got the pictures
I
of
feel
her.
like you look very well kept.
Yeah.
Like she doesn't. That's bright as a motherfucker. There you go. That's another one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like
I
it
feel
matches
like
you.
the other
It's like your vibe.
hairstyle looks better.
You think the other
Absolutely
one?
not.
She thinks the Edgar looks better on me. That's what's crazy to me, and I don't like it. I feel like it makes me look weird. You know what I'm saying?
Oh.
I don't know. I
I
just
feel
don't
like
like.
it looks like you have a big head. Like that's what the whole entire haircut.
Yeah. Did it look like I had a big head?
I don't think
No.
I
Imani,
didn't see yours specifically. Like you couldn't see too well, but
Imani, did it
I
look
feel
like I
like
had
in the picture with less hair, it makes you like you have a bigger head.
a. You guys are like opposites. Like
I don't know. Maybe it's because I don't see it as much.
I
Too
don't know
loud.
how many Latinos live there in Michigan. Like how many Mexicans are there?
I don't know. Well, like I work at a shoe store in the mall, so like I see like probably like
Diversity and shit.
4 or 5 a day. Yeah.
Okay. So like when you see them, like do they have the buzz cut or do they have the Edgar? Like what what they got going
I
on?
seen one with the how you say it, Egner.
Edgar haircut.
Egger. Egg.
Edgar. Yeah.
Okay. I seen one, but I think he had like I don't know how to describe it. But if they don't have that, they usually have like hats on.
yep.
I've seen some that wear their hat weird too. Like I was in El Paso, Texas for like a good amount of time. There's a lot of Edgars out there too. And the way they wear their hat is they'd take this motherfucker and go like this and wear it like that and walk around like that.
That's not
I'm not,
weird though.
huh?
You see a lot of people do that.
But I've never been one to wear my hat like that. It's front, back, and that's it. Like I don't see the extraness in the hats. Like that doesn't look goofy to you? Like when they wear their hat all weird and shit. What about you? Oh, did she freeze? Ximena,
Uh,
I think I think she froze. Damn it. It's alright. She'll be back in. But yeah, I don't know. I always thought that kind of looked weird, or like the sagging pants. What about the sagging
the
of
saggy. I
pants?
hate saggy pants.
So I feel like this though. I've seen this a lot too though. If they sag their pants, they wear their hat like that.
Most of the time. Yeah.
So does that the fact that wearing their hat like that does it kind of distract you from the fact that they're sagging their pants? Like how does that work?
No, I feel like I will always see the pants. Pants always be first. Like I hate that. That's like a pet peeve.
I'm about to say. So what's your initial thought on that when you see someone sagging their pants?
I'm like, ugh. I make this exact face.
Do you
Cause
tell
like,
them to pull it
how is
up? Or
that comfortable having your butt out?
it's not. I tried it. It's not fun. It's
Mm,
not.
yeah.
Especially if never mind. Let me not get into that. But it just doesn't work for for me at least. You know, it might
Like
work for some people, but it doesn't. And they
if you
say
want
like,
to sag, why not just wear like shorts?
well, it's just funny because like they say like if you sag, like that means you want it up the butt or some shit. Like they say some weird shit like that. But it's like,
You what?
yeah, that's what they say. But it's like I don't know. I don't sag. I don't sag my pants. So I'm not. No. What do you think of that? Human of sagging pants.
Oh no,
Edgar's do it. So
absolutely not. See, that's another thing. It's just like
so it's an
no,
automatic red flag. Like if a dude with
yes,
saggy pants came up and was like, "What's up with it?" You know.
no, that's me. No,
That's crazy. What if he had an Edgar cut, but his pants were up?
still no. Like it's the personality for me. Like the fact that you're embodying this entire like trend is crazy because
Damn.
it is a whole personality like that they adopt.
It
Come to
is.
that.
It is, and they like tortas and pan dulces.
There you go. See, yeah.
Yeah.
So they wouldn't be into me, but
That's why I don't that's why I don't say I'm one of them. Like I'm like, okay, like we're the same ethnicity, race, whatever you want to call it, but I'm not one of you. Like I'm a
100%.
Chicano on my own shit. Y'all are this. Like stay over there.
Yeah,
You're the
stay in your own section.
only.
Like that's a different. Yeah, no.
Yeah, that's their own section.
Hmm.
Stay over there. But shit, we're gonna go ahead and end off this episode. I love the different perspectives, especially because you two are like complete opposites of what y'all were saying. So it makes it even more interesting for sure. But before we end it off, I do have like a little letter I typed up that I want y'all to see. Of course, not all the guests came on tonight, so they're not able to see it right now. But it's fine. Just read it anyways. So what I'm gonna ask y'all to do is it's a surprise too. So real quick, if y'all could like cover your eyes right quick, cause I gotta pop this shit up. Yeah. I and it's loading. It's loading. Go ahead. Go ahead. I know it's long as fuck. It's like a Bible verse. Go ahead, read it.
I love that.
Yeah. So Vana was one of the guests I was supposed to be on too. I don't know. Maybe something came up, but she was on the episode before. She was cool. Like we ended up getting real close and like talking afterwards and stuff like that. Like being like brother and sis type shit. And it was funny. Y'all should go watch that episode. Like her and another girl went off on another girl. I didn't tell y'all about that, but yeah, it was like
Whoa.
it got pretty
Why?
crazy. Y'all should go check that out. So I'm gonna tell you why. So I was just letting people say whatever, like whatever their views are, was whatever their views are. Y'all know my vibe. Whatever y'all believe, whatever y'all believe. No judgment from me. But this one female was like, she was a woman, right? But she was like very anti-woman. Like she was like into like, oh, well, this is why dudes cheat because women do this and that, and like basically like talking down on it, right? And so Vana didn't like that and was like, bitch, and it went off on her. Then the other female went off on her, and it was like back and forth shit going on. And I'm sitting there like, sipping my things, kind of laughing, like, should I stop this? Should I keep it going? Because people might like, I don't know, like I didn't know what to do at that point, but it was interesting. Y'all should go watch that. It was interesting enough. And she was gonna pop onto this one, but something happened. I don't know. We'll see. But yeah,
That's
the fact that you two came on, vibed out on this episode, appreciate that a lot. You know what I'm saying? And exact like I said in the letter, this is exactly why I do this shit because I get to meet people, I get to see different perspectives, see different personalities, and we vibe from there. So it's cool like that.
Thanks for having us.
yes.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And it'll post on YouTube, Spotify, and Apple Podcasts tonight later on. Stay tuned to that. And with that being said, y'all have a good rest of y'all night.
You
Thank
too.
you. You
You're so
too.
pretty, by the way. You're very pretty.
So are you. Oh my goodness. I was like
Thank
stalking
you.
their Instagram and everything. I was like, yes.
Yeah, y'all go follow each other. Go show each
Yes,
other some love.
We got to get on another episode.
for
Yeah,
sure.
just let me know. She froze. Oh, there we go. Yeah, you keep freezing. But yeah. Just let me know whenever y'all are free, whatever days y'all are good, and I'll get y'all another one for sure. Definitely. So no, before we end this off, would you say this was like a good little episode, like a good podcasting type going on?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very
Yeah.
comfortable. I expected to be a little more nervous, a little more.
Yeah. I was very nervous. I was nervous.
Yes.
Did y'all expect me to like just come on here and be like judgy and shit, like women?
No,
Like
I just expected it to be very like structured, like very like, okay, that's your answer. Take that next. Like
oh,
basic.
like a script.
Yeah, like very like scripted is what I expected.
No, I'll be sure to start saying that in the beginning. Nah, this shit is unscripted. There's no paper in front of me. No, it's straight from the mind. You know what I'm saying? All authenticity. So
Yeah.
there's that. But I appreciate that. I appreciate that a lot. Exactly. That's why I want to keep doing this stuff and keep on going. But yeah, just let me know y'all schedules and I'll fit you on to whatever schedule y'all want to go. I got you for sure.
For sure.
But yeah.
Okay.
All right. Y'all have a good night.
Hey
You
guys.
too.
Have a good night.
Bye.